Hey guys, I'm all set here in London, ready to go with my client, although my client isn't here yet. Top tip before we get started, always be super early. I usually arrive 30 minutes before my session begins. The reason why I hesitate there is because I've been in the area, I've been in Oxford Circus where my client's at since 6:30 AM, which gives me a chance to get my admin done. Anyways, let's crack on.
I'll show you something cool. It's got something cool table in there.
Hey, what's up guys? This is Pete Scott here. I just got back home from delivering a training program in central London. So thank you for joining me here. And this video is a real controversial one, but one I'm excited to share with you. It is, you've seen it in the title, Shall I Work for Free? Or should I say, should you work for free? And the reason why this is such an important video and one that I feel very connected to is because I've seen it too many times and I hear it too often where people are trying to succeed in life and they're trying to achieve a certain goal, but then the way they're going about it might not be the best strategy. Let's just put it that way, right? So before I go into this video though, I have to put in this disclaimer. What I'm saying today is purely my viewpoint. Do not take anything I say as set in stone. Okay, this is purely a viewpoint. It's entirely up to you to do what you want with your life. If you want to work for free, hey, go for it. If you want to charge for it, that's fine too. But I'm just going to share my viewpoint, share some experiences, and by the end of this video, my intention is that you can have a clearer idea of what you need to do moving forward. So let's keep this as straightforward as possible. And speaking of straightforward, you have a goal. That's why you're here. You didn't click on this video by accident. You're here because you have some kind of goal. Maybe you want to start a business, maybe you want to learn a particular skill, and maybe you want to get into a certain industry. And maybe you're wondering, do I charge for this and try and learn that way? Do I get a job doing it, or do I just offer my services for free just so I can get some exposure? Maybe a little bit unclear of what you need to do. Well, look at it this way, okay? Let's get straight to it. Wherever you want to go, you want to look at the most direct route from where you are right now. So think about where you are right now and think about where you want to go, right? Now, the most logical way you might think, and how most people think, is to go from where I am now to the goal that I want. What I need to do is I need to get to a point where I'm charging for this, okay? But what if I challenged you and I said that charging right away for something might not actually be the most direct route, and if anything, it might keep you small. You see, this is how it works. As human beings, we are a value exchange species. In fact, before money, we always had some kind of exchange through livestock, through people. We would give away chickens, ducks, whatever. So as human beings, we always need that reciprocation. So it's like the whole thing that if you buy someone a coffee, that person will have a little bit of they'll be in debt to you, indebted to you in their mind that they owe you a coffee. So this is how it works, right? If you are asking for the money straight up, and let's say you're still really inexperienced, let's say you're a website designer, yeah? So you're a website designer, but you're really inexperienced, you're like, I'm gonna start charging for what I do. That's all right, you can do that. But if you haven't got a single client yet, and you're like, I'm gonna charge for what I do, yeah? And it's like you're no clients or one client. Now you're charging maybe £200 or $200 a website, and you're just charging that. But at the same time, maybe you're playing the game pretty small right now because you're playing the game at the level where you're at now. Does this make sense? And if you're doing the website and then charging for it straight away, then maybe your skill level, and I'm trying to say this in the right way, your skill level is only going to be at that level and you might get stuck there. However, imagine a more direct way. You say, right, okay, rather than going out there and trying to charge for websites straight away, what I'm going to do is I want to find the web design company which I know is freaking phenomenal. They are exactly the vision where I want to be in 5 years. And then approach them and say, hey, look, I've seen what you do. I love your philosophies. I love your branding. I love how you go about business, how you've won these multi-million-dollar contracts. I want to be a part of that, but I want to bring something to the table. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in, I'm going to do whatever I can to help out. So if you want to give me easy jobs or just things that are overspill, I'm happy to do that. And by the way, I'm not even going to charge you for it. I just want to come in and be a part of this whole thing. And by doing that, now what you've done is you've got yourself into a company that is a major player, and you get a chance to get them on your portfolio. So that's a quick way to get them on your portfolio. On top of that, you're going to get to see firsthand how they do business, how they win contracts, seeing how they put a proposal together. Maybe after a few months, they might even invite you into a meeting. The list is endless. So probably another reason why I'm doing this video, other than that a few people have asked me for it recently, is actually because when I started my business, I took on my first 10 clients for free. I was like, look, I don't have a portfolio right now, but I know I can do sales training for companies. Because a lot of people say to me, Pete, how is it that you got to a point where you've trained hundreds of companies, and I've delivered well over 1,000 consulting days around the world. I get to travel most of the year, and built a team around me now. I'm not saying that we're like the best company in the world, but we're doing some cool things. But it didn't start that way. It started for free. And before I even started my own business, get this, I applied for a training job. Yeah, like a business training job. I got a telephone interview with the company, and they actually said to me, no, you don't have any experience, so we're not going to give you the job. The following day, hand on heart, the following day, I showed up at their offices in central London, and I knocked on their door, I hit the buzzer, and then I asked for the lady who interviewed me, and she was in the office, and then I would just get her to meet you. And she was like, hey, what are you doing here? And I said, we spoke yesterday on the phone in reference to the job. And she said, yeah, you were unsuccessful. And I was like, look, I said, I'm gonna be perfectly straight with you. I'll work for free for 3 months. Like, I know that my basics can be taken care of, because back then I was doing odd jobs to make sure my bills were paid. And I recommend you've got to take care of that problem first. But I just want to learn. And unfortunately, not for me, but unfortunately for that lady in that company, they were like, no, we don't need anybody. But the funny thing is that 2 years later, they reached out to me because I built myself up, and I built a company and started training companies myself. And they reached out to me, not realizing that they'd interviewed me a couple of years before, and they offered me, they actually headhunted on LinkedIn and said, we want to offer you our sales training director roles, so like one of the top positions in the companies. That always helped my ego. But my point is that imagine if you want to become like a web designer or a graphic designer, rather than just being like, oh yeah, I need to be paid for it. Why don't you think about what's going to advance your career? That's the only question that should actually matter. It shouldn't be the question of how much do I charge. It should be more a question of what is going to advance my career and get me from where I am now to where I want to go. That in itself is everything. And from there, when you get that opportunity, don't get me wrong, you've got to do your due diligence, know who you're working with, that they are legit. And I would personally have like a time frame. I'd say, right, I'm going to work for free for like 3 months or 6 months, whatever. Set yourself that time limit. So you go in, and then remember that value exchange is already happening. If you're not getting paid, but it's advancing your career, that's already huge for you. But again, make sure your bills are taken care of. So if you need to work weekends, work in a restaurant, just make sure that your income is taken care of. But it really is about looking long term. And most people in today's world, they're short-term thinkers. And that short-term thinking of, I need to get paid now, isn't going to help you build those wonderful relationships and allow you to grow into something incredible. I would say I've done more hours for free than I have paid throughout my career. And you might say, come on, Pete, that's crazy. But it's allowed me to unlock the doors to get paid more than I'd ever dreamed about previously. I remember having a certain figure in my mind, and I was able to get way past that a number of years ago. And now I've set new goals and new targets. And I don't want to say this to impress you, I want to say it to impress upon you that if you're looking to get into an industry, the fastest way you can get into the industry is maybe look at what you can do for free within that industry. Just get close to the area where you want to be. But the reality is that most people in this world, they're chasing money, and they're trying to get that little incremental increase in their pay. They're trying to get a pay rise for £2,000 for the year, or they're trying to get, and then they're complaining like they're chasing because, I'm not getting paid. But then the people who actually make the real money are the ones who are willing to work for free for maybe many years, but then they're rewarded because they're long-term thinkers. In fact, you start a business, you're working for free. Like, that's the reality. Most millionaires and billionaires, they didn't get paid maybe for like 3, 4, 5 years. So if you're not willing to do that groundwork, then it does keep you stuck. So I want you to be unstuck. I want you to be crystal clear and write this down. What is it that you want? Why is it so important to you? Not how much do you want to earn, but more so, what career is going to be the ultimate for you? That's going to help you increase your confidence. That's going to help you add value in that industry, and then go out there and do the damn thing. That's my rant for shall I work for free? My answer is, well, you know it already. But again, comment below, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video.